Hey, what's good, y'all? It's OG Suicide with OG Suicide in the building. Once again, got a new episode, man, with my loved one from Romania, man. My loved one, Drei. Family, what's good?
What's up, brother?
Man,
thank
what's
you for
good with
inviting
you?
me.
Oh, man, thank you for coming too as well, man.
So we were both wearing black.
And we both Leos.
Yep.
July the 30th, July the 31st,
Yep.
you know?
Leo gang.
For real. Definitely, man. Tell me, loved one, what was life like, man, growing up in Romania, man?
Man, life in Romania is way different than the life here, you know? At the time when I was born, it was still a communist country.
Wow.
So the whole world was a different world, you know? Now it's more similar to the life in the States, but back then it was hard, man. It was hard, like staying in line for hours to buy bread.
Yeah?
Yeah, sometimes they would stop the heat in the house and you have to wear an extra blanket to cover up, you know?
They would just cut it off?
Yeah, man, communist times, like, it was crazy.
Yes.
Crazy.
And what about the schools?
Schools were good. I mean, schools were, good teachers, good education, but as far as, like, everyday life, you couldn't find nothing. Like, you had to have a relative somewhere in, like, a different country to send you a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
It was tough. It was a tough background. So I come from that background, and now I'm blessed to live here in the States. You know, it's a big blessing.
Okay, how was your household like? You had both parents in the house?
I had both parents.
Okay.
My dad passed away.
My condolences.
When I was 20. So since then, I kind of been on my own. My mom has been around. You know, is very supportive, but you know. A woman, you gotta be the man in the house.
You have to.
Yeah.
And she still lives in
here.
Romania. She's here
now.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
We actually moved as a family. It's an interesting story. My dad won the lottery visa in the late 90s.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a lottery. If people don't know, there's a lottery they have around the globe every year for people to be able to come to United States.
Wow.
And move here and be able to work and live within the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. My dad won that lottery in the late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2000, I moved here with my family. I didn't speak English at all. It was interesting.
Yes.
And going from, a communist country and now working with American artists and doing my thing in the hip hop and working to be part of the culture and part of the industry.
Yes,
it's like two different worlds.
Yeah, way two different worlds.
Yeah.
What led you into doing music?
Music, when I was in the 90s, I became a big fan of hip hop.
Okay.
I first started playing basketball when I was around 12. And basketball and hip hop are connected. They always been the culture.
Hand
it's
in
the
hand.
culture, yeah. So I started getting into hip hop. I think the first tape I ever had was a Kross. That's all I could get at the time. Yeah, like 95, 96. I was just a little kid. And then I got that. And then I started, they start bringing CDs, like bootleg CDs.
Yes.
In Romania from like made in
Bulgaria.
Yeah, like and I started like getting those CDs and learning more about the culture. Then in the late 90s, they start having, we could see BET, Rap City.
Yeah, oh yeah,
for 1
definitely.
hour. It was like on some channel, they played it for one. So then it was hard to get. It's not like nowadays when you have the internet and the whole world is connected. It was
push of a button.
Yeah, push of a button, you can access anything from anywhere in the world. It was hard to get the music, to get the content. So that's how it started with me. And then I started writing poetry as a kid.
Oh, okay.
In Romanian. And then when I came to the States, slowly I started learning English. And then I started to be more involved in the hip hop and writing and,
When did you first get in the studio and start recording?
2009.
2009.
2009, I started writing in English. In 2004, I was just a kid. I started doing in Romanian back, because I used to go back and forth a lot at first.
Mm-hmm.
When I first moved to the States in 2000.
Okay.
I had a hard time adjusting to the life. Because I was living in Seattle, it was raining all the time. So I was like, man, forget this place. I'm going back to Romania, So
the weather is a lot different in Romania than
they have
in the
seasons, 4 seasons, but it's not like here, like in Seattle, how it was like raining all the time. So I went back and in 2004, my dad got sick. with I knew he was sick for 2 years, but he was like the last stage of liver cancer, and I flew back with him. I got him a one-way ticket. He wanted to be home for the last part of his life.
Wow.
And while my dad was going through all his health issues,
yes,
one of my friends invited me to the studio in my hometown, Ploiești, right outside Bucharest, the capital in Romania, and that's when I started writing.
Okay. What was your first song, if you remember, that you recorded?
My first song, it was called Brother. In Romania, you say frate.
Frate.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the song about?
It was just about like just like loyalty and friendship, basically.
Okay.
And I remember I was so nervous. So when I went in, I didn't know how to like find my voice as a rapper. So I went in really deep, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like I thought that was the wave, you know, because I didn't know how to like.
It was new to you.
I didn't know how to like approach it, you know.
Yes.
I like to write, but it was a totally different experience. So
once you get in that booth,
yeah. Once you get in that booth, the words start like looking upside down. You can't even like, you know, like read them correctly. So yeah, it was interesting experience, and that's when I started to get a feel of it for it, and kept recording. And then in 2009, when I was back in Seattle, I played basketball for a couple of years over there, from like 2007 2008.
Okay.
Like professionally in Romania, you know. So it was one of my biggest passions, basketball. I played a little bit in high school and college, and then.
Was you good?
I was okay.
You know, you did good.
I definitely have a little jumper.
Okay.
Definitely no jumper.
Okay,
like
so
I have a little jumper.
You got a jumper.
I got a little jumper. Yes. So then in 2009. I connected with two guys in Seattle, and we started making music together. And they're like, man, this Romanian stuff is not going to stick. You got to start writing in English.
Yes.
So then I started forcing myself to write, and here we are today. You know, I got a little better since then.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Who was your first collab that you could say you done with?
My first...
let's say, other than the two gentlemen you started working with.
Yeah.
Who was your first collaboration?
First collab.
If you remember.
My first collab. I did it with the singer from Romania, actually.
Oh,
I had a
okay.
song called My Mother, and her name is Nico, and also Glasses Malone.
Okay, G
Yeah,
Malone.
G
Yeah, that's
Malone.
family right there,
Yeah,
man.
Glasses Malone. That was my first collaboration. We did that.
Okay.
That was one of my first songs. And it was a song for my mother at the time.
When did it come out?
It came out, I think, 2010.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't think it's out anymore because I switched my whole style since then. Maybe you can still find it, like download it from somewhere. But yeah,
You had took it down?
Yeah, and it was a good record, you know, because Glasses Malone's
that's all good.
Glasses
Yeah.
Malone's mother passed away.
Yes.
So he opened up on that song about that and his connection to his mother.
Yes.
And then I also talked about the role of my mother, you know, being a single mother after my dad passed away. So it was an emotional song, of course, that was with the times of then as far as sound and.
Okay.
But yeah, it was one of my first collaborations. Yeah.
When would you say you actually can say you found your sound? At what point?
I think I found my sound last year.
Last year?
I know it sounds crazy.
Okay. No, it don't
but
sound
that's
crazy. Because you grow.
Yeah, I grow, and I was, you know, coming from Europe.
Yes.
You're always a student of the game, you know. This is one of the things for me, like, that really helped me a lot, being a student of the game. So I always analyzed and respected and looked up to people that did it before. So it was hard for me to fit in, you know, because I don't have a role model where I'm from. Of course, there's rappers and there's singers, but everybody does it mostly in their own language. So me coming forward and doing it in English, I didn't have like another artist before me to be like, okay, this guy did it this way. I'm going to follow his pattern and do it and take it to the next level. So I had to figure out how I can fit in. So last year I started singing more. So now I do more melodic rap.
I was finna say melodic.
Yeah,
okay.
Melodic rap. So that really fits with what I want to do. And I feel it brings an interesting sound to the industry and to the culture.
It do.
And at the same time, I'm not in a situation where I'm competing with another artist that his first language is English, and he's rapping since he was 4. And me, I'm trying to come in on the track and trying to go bar for bar with that artist. So it fits when it complements the other artists when I collaborate. Like the collaboration I did with Rick Ross, I'm not trying to go bar for bar with Rick Ross. I'm coming in with melodies.
You did your thing.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know what I mean on that, man. How did that come about?
That came about in a very interesting and exciting way. My team from New York, my partners, my team, their name is Renegade Territory.
Okay.
These 2 gentlemen, Serge Morales and J-Val. They connected with Jeter, which is Rick Ross's road manager.
Yes.
And then we presented the song. Rick Ross liked it. And then I got a phone out of nowhere. Hey, Rick Ross is in Miami. In 2 days, you ready for the video? So we had to get it all together.
Big. That's tight.
I brought my music video director, Richard Stan, with me, and we put it all together, and we just got it done. Congrats
on that, man.
Thank you.
What other collabs you have?
I have one with Vori.
Okay.
If you know him from where he's worked on Danda with Kanye. I have one with The Game on my new album, and a couple of surprises too.
Okay.
There's always a couple
Top
of
secret.
surprises. Yeah. And I have a lot of songs alone. Like the song with Rick Ross is more like a party summer vibe, but I have a lot of more deeper records, like where I go in more about my story and
your life journey, where you come from.
More motivational. Like I have a lot of stuff like that on the way too.
What's one of your favorite records?
One of my favorite records.
That if I said play one of your favorites right now, what would you go to?
It's gonna be, I think, the one that I have with Vori that's coming in soon.
Okay.
It's called "Pray for Me."
That's tight.
And
that's a good concept.
Yeah. The concept is more like about life, and you gotta stay strong and positive.
You have to.
And if you go through a lot of struggles and a lot of things in your life, is only gonna make you stronger. And if you made it through those problems, you're gonna be strong enough to keep going and become better.
Mm-hmm. I always
say, as a human being, and
yes, I always say, grow through what you go through.
Yes,
I
think that's our journey on earth. To if everything would be smooth, then what do you really learn from life? We gotta go through.
Yeah, life's not meant to be perfect.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be a good life. Life would be boring.
Exactly.
So you have to go through things, man, to like you said, to make you stronger.
Exactly,
to prepare you for life. That way, when you go through things, after going through things so long, man, it kind of become like a common thing. Like you expect that in life.
Of course.
Especially me being, I'm a suicide survivor. That's how I got the name. When I was 22, I actually, shot myself in the head. Born and raised Compton, California, and been through the most. I mess with the music too.
I already know.
Oh yeah.
I told you I'm a student of the game.
Yeah. So you tapped in.
I tapped in. I know about you. We even talked before in the past, and all the respect there, and you're part of the culture and what the West Coast culture. So already
mandatory family.
Of course.
Mandatory, man. You have siblings?
No, I don't. It's just me. It's just me.
Okay. So you held it down, man.
Yeah, I had to self-made.
That's good.
Like on my own and following my dream.
Okay.
And coming from where I'm coming from and just continue going hard and being perseverance, you just got to keep going, and good things happen when you work hard.
And another thing that I live by, and you definitely can quote, is a hospital not the only thing with patients. You can quote that. Okay. What's next for you? What you got coming up? New music videos?
Yeah, I got more music on the way. Right now, my biggest focus is the record Bands with Rick Ross.
Okay.
That just dropped. We're promoting that heavily. He's doing great already on Spotify, Apple Music. I have a promo tour in Europe coming up this summer. We're already promoting heavy over there too. So I'm focusing on that record.
Okay.
And I'm also focusing and keep building the connection between Europe and the culture here in the United States,
Bridge the gap.
Yeah, bridge the gap. And, and really connect people from there to people from here. Take people that have a big audience here in the States and work with them in outside of the country, So it's like I kind of see myself like Nigo that works with the Neptunes.
Yes.
What he did to the culture, bringing it to Japan. That's kind of how I see my role and my positioning with what I'm doing right now.
Building bridges.
Building bridges, connecting people There's money to be made everywhere, and the culture that starts here from the States now travels. Music travels so fast.
It does.
Sometimes you just have to be that bridge and connect it, you know.
And that's good, and especially you being a Leo, me being a Leo, man, we don't believe in being selfish.
Yeah, no.
We always try to connect people or look out for people or help people until they make a dumb mistake, man, and you know, do the wrong thing, and it's like, okay.
There's room for everybody. Like in music, for example, if 10 good songs drop the same day,
yes,
there's audience for all 10 good songs. You don't have to be, you know, stabbing people in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Like
there's a lot of that go on.
Everybody has to help everybody. There's room for everybody. So that's how I look at it from my perspective.
And that's good. I mean, that's the best way to look at it, man. It's enough room for everybody, enough money for everybody, man. Just some cats, they, you know, find an opportunity or get in that door and lock it behind them, you know? It's like
I mean, of course, the higher you go, you got to be more careful who you connect with and who you affiliate yourself with. But at the same time, man, like, I don't know. I think when artists, producers, they need to be more open, and because that's the only way you can really grow, you know. So that's how I look at it.
Especially when it's someone that's been with you, man, doing the footwork from 0 to 100.
Exactly.
You know, like you said, where you hire up, sometime, man, people, you know, turn their back on them people that's been right there the whole time, and you know, get to saying, "Oh man, they changing." Like, no, you're changing. Like they've been with you the whole time.
Exactly. That's how it is.
Oh yeah,
that's how it is.
Oh yeah, and that's how it's gonna remain.
Yep.
What's the next video you shooting?
The next video.
You think?
I think I'm gonna do a video in Tulum. I'm going because I go a lot to Mexico. I spend a lot of time in Tulum also. I have a business there.
Oh, okay.
I do a lot of things. You know, music is definitely my main thing, but I do a lot.
But you gotta have more than
I gotta have a couple of side hustles. So
you
I have a construction company in Tulum.
Congrats
on
that.
Like houses. We're working on the hotel, so we do a lot of that. And especially with the music, once I finish some of the projects that I have, I want to start bringing artists and producers from here, work over there, also connect with the Latin market more. So there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of stuff to do.
Every day is progress.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to do a video in Tulum, maybe for one of my solo joints.
Okay. And you know which one yet?
Yeah, I got this record called Dug It Out. Which the concept of the record is like, you know, nothing is given to you. You got to go deep into the ground and find it.
Yes, you have to.
You have to go deep and like, you know, find it, and then it's yours, but you got to work. Yeah. So that's kind of like the concept of the record. Okay,
because don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream.
Exactly.
Or a nightmare.
Exactly. So,
okay, that's cool. And then you're going to shoot it out there. Oh,
yeah.
Who you looking forward to collabing with? You have anybody in mind?
Man, I want to work with Drake.
Okay.
I want to do one with Drake.
That'll be different.
Yeah. I want to work with Hit Boy.
Okay.
I want him to work on some production, you know. Also, I forgot to mention my producer, Dini. He produced my whole album, including the song with Rick Ross.
Okay.
So Dini, that's my partner.
Dini. Okay.
He helped me, you know, with my sound and everything. You know, he's like my guy. But it would be great to get in with Dini and Hit Boy and work on some stuff. That would be dope.
Have them collab on the beat,
Yeah, them collab on the beat. That would be dope. Then I want to do some stuff with Post Malone. As far as the legends, I would like to do one with Ice Cube.
Oh yeah, that'd be different.
Be dope.
Yes.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that I looked up to growing up, especially with the music that he did, and also on the business side, he's definitely a role model. Who else? I wish I did one with DMX.
Yes.
He passed away. You know? That was one of my favorites too.
Oh, okay. One of your favorite artists.
Yeah,
okay,
one of my favorites.
DMX.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
That's
the
tight.
energy, his energy was dope, man. Like, you could feel it. So yeah, that's one of them. And who else? I'm open, like, you know, I want to work with a lot of people.
Collab,
you know, create and come up with the unique sound that kind of like blends the European with the American and just go hard and promote it all over the world, you know.
Yes. Do you actually still write, or you just get in the booth and punch in?
Yeah. I write because it's melodies and I also have, sometimes I co-write with other people.
Yes.
Like I believe in the concept of teamwork. Especially when you want to have like amazing records that stick.
Yes.
You gotta be able to take ideas and put them together. So I do a lot of that too.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good, and that's another thing where it's not just stuck on yourself. You don't mind.
We all have
accepting.
We all have limitations. I feel like we gotta like be able to always bring in like ideas from the outside for us to make progress as artists and anything else in life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure. How did leaving home in Romania?
Living home in Romania, it was tough for me. In 2000, when I moved with my family, I didn't speak English.
Okay, how did it make you feel like leaving home in Romania?
I was like 16 at the time, 17, 16. Yeah, 16. So it was very tough, man, because it's the time when you start looking at girls, you want to mingle, you want to like, and for me coming in and not being able to communicate, not be able to joke around.
Yeah, like really, you normally would do.
Yeah, it was really tough. It was tough, and then I had to like, I played basketball all day. That was kind of like my only outlet.
That brought the girls, huh?
Yeah, and dunk a couple of times, you get a couple of girls to pay attention.
Okay, coming to America, did you have any culture shock?
Yeah, I did, man. In Europe, people walk around like on the street. Like it's not like here, like you drive everywhere. Like you walk to the store, you walk to the farmer's market.
No matter how far it was?
Yeah, I mean, you got buses, but you got people everywhere. So when I first came here, especially like where I was at in Seattle, the streets were empty. So that was like a culture shock for me. Like no people outside. Like I was like, man, what those people do all day? Where
sit
they
in the
at?
House and play the
like,
game.
It's like where they at? So that was a culture shock. The language, the food, all the food has sugar. It was tough.
Oh,
like
so you don't really...
No, I don't really eat sugar like that. But everything had sugar, like everything was sweet. So it's hard for me to like adjust to the taste.
Ooh.
And then it was the clothing. Imagine when I came, they were doing the baggy clothes. Like,
For real.
When I went back to visit, my shorts were all the way down to my socks.
Everybody looked at
my grandma was like, "What's wrong with you?"
Like what do you got on?
The toe tees all the way down to your knees. Like it was crazy. I did the cornrows when I went back.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I had the cornrows. People were taking pictures. They thought I'm like I was looking like a little Sean Paul out there. So it was a lot of differences.
Okay.
And it was hard because after I spent a couple of years in the States, I would go back to Europe and I wouldn't feel like I'm from there. Like Romania, I wouldn't feel like Romanian, but then I would come here and I'd be like, yo, this guy has a strong accent. So I didn't feel home until 9 years ago when I actually moved to LA. That's when I started feeling home. I was like, okay, LA can accept me for who I am. And
exactly.
Like, it's like kind of like people from all over the place.
Yes.
So I felt more like, okay, accepted in LA.
And you started to adjust.
Yeah, adjust, and then if it started feeling good, I feel like, okay, I have a home. So yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
that's real good. That's real. What's like some of the different foods that you ate in Romania that's not out here in the States?
I mean, the foods. Yeah, they have different foods over there. Like they eat a lot of like how you call it, ground meat. Like when they mix the meat, they have a lot of dishes with that that are not as popular here, and they eat a lot of like cabbage and potatoes, they eat potatoes here too, but it's just the way they do it. The sauces, the condiments are different. Okay. Yeah.
The food out here, you got used to it? You like it now?
Yeah, I like it now. No, it's good.
You been to any good soul food spots? Like M&M's?
No, I haven't been.
No?
No.
You been to Roscoe's yet?
I've been to Roscoe.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I've been to a couple
Okay,
times. I don't like how they rush you out of there though, so I didn't.
Damn, which one you went to? The one on Sunset is
I don't
cool.
know. The one on Sunset, yeah.
Yeah.
They brought me the order and they already brought me the check. I'm like, yo, can I just enjoy this experience? Like I don't
Like
have
I
to,
just sit down, huh?
you know, but it was cool. It was a good
That's
experience.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to the one in
No.
no. I'm not going to the other one. No.
It's
I'm
all
okay.
good. It's all
I'm
good.
okay.
Try M&M's.
Eminem's,
M&M's.
the one that he got in Detroit.
Yeah, California Fish and Grill.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
like
I've been
good
to that
spot.
one.
Okay,
I've been
okay.
to that one.
Okay, I like to eat. You know what I mean? I like to eat good stuff. So
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
definitely, man. Definitely. That's cool. So any what's okay, you got the new single out with
Yep.
you and Rick Ross.
Yep.
Then you're gonna be shooting a new video here soon to your single
To my next single,
to your
Dug It
next
Out.
single.
I'm gonna do that in
Dug It Out. Then
Tulum.
what's after that?
After that, start doing shows.
Okay.
That's the plan. And I also want to do a Latin remix for the song with Rick Ross. I'm
Mm,
gonna start reaching out to some Latin artists.
that's gonna
you
be
know.
big.
Yeah. Because I'm all about like collaboration, and
Mhm.
me being from Europe, Latin artists that Spanish is spoken in over 60. I don't know, like a lot of countries. Not 60, sorry. I think like 16.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for something big. Like I always been on like some global stuff like that
That's
has
good.
impact worldwide. So I'm gonna work on that, putting the Latin remix together before the summer is over, and just continue creating and collaborating and connecting people.
Okay, what about an album?
Album is done.
Oh, it's done.
Yeah, it's
okay, now
done.
you just dropping records
Yeah, I'm
off
just
the
dropping
album.
records. Creating a demand for my album.
Okay.
And then before the end of the year, I'm gonna drop it. It's all produced by my guy Dini.
Deanie.
So,
Shout out to Deanie,
shout out to
man.
Deanie. Yeah, he's on the East Coast right now.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Big supporter.
Yep,
Right
yep,
there
yep.
with
Yeah,
you.
he's from Haiti.
And he's from Haiti.
Yeah,
That's
think about
tight.
it. Romanian artist, Haitian
That's the-
producer
Bridging
in
the gap,
LA.
man.
You know?
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah.
That's definitely tight. What about female artists? Are you looking to collab with any
Yeah.
female artists that's out there?
Yeah, I want to work with. I like Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
Even Ice Spice. I like her
Okay.
flavor. She's a little different,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Oh
would
yeah.
work- I like what she's doing, and I feel like she's gonna stick around for a
Yeah,
a
she
while.
gonna be around
Yeah,
for a
she's
while.
gonna be around. Who else? Who else is out there? Female artists. Of course, Rihanna. That would be
Yeah, that'd be
legendary.
big.
Yeah, that would be legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
That's
not gonna say
cool.
nothing about. Yeah.
I like that. That was smart man. Smart man.
That's it.
What about any clothing brands? You have any clothing brands you working on?
I don't have any of that. No, at the
Anything
moment.
in
No,
the
no clothing,
works?
No,
No.
I just got a couple.
Listen, I got the
brands.
construction going. I don't
Yeah,
need
the
the
construction,
clothing.
the clothing is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean, when there's a demand for it, I'm gonna look into it. But as
Yeah,
far as
especially
like,
your name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
shirts with your name
Yeah,
on it
yeah,
for when
yeah.
you start touring.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some
For your
sure.
fans,
I'm gonna
okay?
make some for sure.
they
yeah.
definitely gonna want that. They're gonna want to support
I'm
that.
gonna make some for the album, for the tour. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, for everybody, man, that's tuned in, where can they find your music? Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on all the social media platforms. I go by Drei, Drei. On IG, I'm DREIROS. And then, you can find me everywhere. Song out right now with the biggest, Rick Ross, bands, produced by Dini, directed by Richard Stan, collaboration with Renegade Territory, So
Let's get it.
let's get it.
So Cuicide in the building, man. In the building today with my family, man, from Romania, Drei, man. We've been locked in for a long time, man, and now we actually done sit down and chopped it up. Make sure y'all keep tapping in, man, to OG Cuicide in the building, subscribing to OG Cuicide in the building. OGSuicideinthebuilding.com. Get your T-shirts. Let It Out Loved One live show, June 25th. Let It Out Loved One live show, June 25th. Get your tickets. Tickets are also available in the link in my bio. Let It Out Loved One T-shirts coming soon. Peace.